Threewalls is an arts organization based in Chicago. We're 8 years old. We have lots of different programs, all related to professional development for artists and emerging arts administrators.
So community-supported art is a project of Threewalls, and basically it acts much like a CSA farm share. So what it is you buy into it for $350. We commissioned 12 Chicago artists to make an edition of 50, and then for a single share you get 6 works out of those 12. It's a broad spectrum of Chicago artists, like from emerging to established, but the idea being that we're trying to figure out how to galvanize new local collector base for artists. We're trying to figure out new ways to support them.
Well, the cool part of collecting art is that you get to pick, but this sort of, you have to let chances happen where they can too, and you sometimes have to just throw caution to the wind. Even one of these works could sell eventually for the price you paid for the whole CSA share, and I think the quality of the works is really high because Threewalls has juried them. Some of the artists are actually solo project artists of Threewalls already, so they're people who have a good reputation and career.
They all have sort of the history of being really open with their practice and sort of, I guess just sort of putting themselves out there, they're not the sort of secluded artist genius types.
Do you get to keep these boxes?
Yeah, so everybody gets one of these crates.
But I think we'll be using these boxes for a variety of purposes. These are not disposable, I can tell you that. They're wonderfully made. I think this is a great idea for lots of people who are on the cusp of owning real original pieces versus...
What are the crates for?
Art.
You bought stuff?
Yeah.
And this is how they send it home.
You only buy what you really love. I mean, that goes without saying. But the best thing to me is really knowing that you're supporting somebody who's super committed to a process. And it means a lot to me. Thank you.
It's a digital print with this layer of screen print on top of it. So the digital print is all kind of collaged from other work that I've done. So
He's Eric Becklin, the first human to see the center of our galaxy. So this could be our first piece.
On the cheap.
First piece of
I just don't want to pay over $1,000 for an artwork, and this seems like a perfect.
Right.
This seems like a perfect way to.
I think if
grab up and
Jason
coming.
saw that it was us, he'd be really happy too.
Probably.
A lot of my work lives in kind of nebulous space of the web or a non-commodifiable kind of arena. So I was excited to be asked to be part of a collection project where people are going to maybe purchase my work and have it infused into their collection. I don't know who's collecting it, but I'm curious, and I'm curious because there's kind of a crapshoot of you don't know who you're going to get.
The audience for the work in this situation is a far more intimate exchange. I mean, they're going to have this work in their home. I would love to be in touch with the people that take them away, for sure.
I like CSA agriculture, so I thought this is a great idea, let's check it out. And I've got enough money to do it, so I figure if I'm not doing something like this, who's going to? They used to have so many strange vegetables that we didn't even use them all. So the question is, if this art is too strange, then it'll be just like CSA with agriculture, yeah. I wasn't excited about not being able to pick my artwork, but that was part of the deal, of course, and that's what the CSA model's about. So I was kind of intrigued by that. Yes, I'm definitely willing to take a gamble on it and see what I come up with.
So nice. So each one of these little boards came from a larger. Came from studs that I collected from a demolition site. And the gypsum that's in this little stud wall was actually all taken from a sheet of drywall and hand ground with a mortar and pestle, and then reconstituted into those little.
That's what you did.
That's the labor. Yeah.
That's impressive.
I mean, I think of these as a kind of souvenir of this event and also of the process in which they were made. And so to have the opportunity for someone to take that souvenir away and have a kind of more intimate relationship with it is really exciting to me.
So the one that's really intriguing out there is a potato. There's somebody that has a potato. So perhaps I may just find myself getting a potato like a traditional CSA, I don't know.